Hi there. Hi, this is Abhishek. We had our first class last week, the introduction class on selenium, and we discussed the different type of projects we can create in Java in Eclipse. Okay, we can create Java project, and if we want to build any selenium project, we can build using a Java project, or we can use using Maven project. Okay, by selecting Maven project, and we created a project, a demo first class. Suppose this is the project we created. So once we create a project, how we can create a Maven project, and once we create, what's the first step we do? We define the dependencies in the pom.xml, right? So once we define the dependencies, so for normal automating any web application, we need selenium dependency, right? So I have defined that in the pom xml. So I also used couple of other dependency like WebDriver manager, which will identify the Chrome version in my machine. Okay, and launch the it will uh, it will download the driver in inside the project, and it is going to work with the Chrome browser. Okay, in this case we don't have to explicitly download any Chrome driver and put it in the machine. So the web driver manager is going to take care of it. So this is the project I created. This is the file. Okay, Java file. So you can see these are the options. Okay, from here. Okay, this this is we are right creating a driver object. We are creating a web driver manager, setting up the Chrome driver. Okay, and we are also setting up some options, and we are passing when we create. So normally what you do, you like define the path, right, and pass that path in the Chrome drive while creation, but in this case we will do in this way. Okay, this is advantage that we don't have to uh, download or use existing Chrome driver, or is and there is often like our Chrome browser in machine gets upgraded, right? So 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 you have to change the Chrome driver again and again. So those are really pain work. So this style in this way you can use it, and it will not an issue. So once we create a Chrome driver, okay, once we define the path, then we were discussing what is the difference between what is the use of line 31 and 32. What is what is implicit wait, and what is page load timeout. Then our friend Jointo also joined that meeting. He has explained us that implicit wait is the maximum time for elements in identification. Only the identifiers, right, web elements we use in the Facebook in the class. The maximum timeout is 60 seconds, and page load timeout is that we are waiting for 60 seconds to load the page. If within 60 seconds our page doesn't get loaded, it will going to throw an exception. So these are the two things. Then we are launching facebook.com. We are waiting for 2 seconds. We are printing the title, and 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 then we are going to validate one negative test case where we are giving an incorrect username and password, and we are verifying whether in the next page, the instead of home page, we get the with another page asking for login screen. Okay, let me run this file for you guys. I i believe I have to share my entire screen. Okay, let's one second. Stop. Yeah. So let me run it now once again. Okay, run as Java application. Yeah. So you can see this was the way, this was a kind of negative test case where where after the after we correct, give incorrect user, it will get a screen where it will ask again, to ask, it will ask again user to enter the details, and there will be a login button. So we are identifying whether that login button has come to the next screen or not. If it comes, the test case has passed. So this is a normal Java class file with a main function. So normally, where in framework we don't do like this. We use JUnit or we use TestNG, and we were also telling what is the difference between normal normal Java classes and a Cucumber test case. Normal test case, TestNG test case versus Cucumber test case. Okay, so and where we should create, what folders we should create, where we should keep the feature files, where we should keep test runner. We will be planning to discuss in our next session. Okay, I will also show you guys how to convert this particular script into Cucumber BDD driven test case. It will be very simple, and it and I also explain, I will also going to touch all the basics, okay, where we have to use exceptions, and like what line of use of each line, and any kind of questions like what is this project dot class path why 1.8, what is this 1.8. So any kind of questions we can discuss, and it will be highly interactive session where I will be asking questions to my attendees, and people may ask me the questions. Okay, so it will be very interactive and it will be very useful. We are we are planning this session. We are not charging any cost for these classes. We are just learning mutually, where if I am showing, I am practicing, I am learning. In the same way, you are saying, you will practice, you will add, you will you will come up with the questions and you can ask me, right? That's all, guys. See you Sunday 4 p.m. coming weekend. Bye bye.